What's going on, guys? Today we will be talking about Airbnb and its IPO that's about to get published in end of August, and whether or not investors should buy the stock or not. So let's get started. So Airbnb stock is finally going public for the first time in August of 2020. For 2 years, Airbnb management wanted to take this company public, but could not find a suitable time to do so. So I believe everyone knows what Airbnb is, but for people who don't know, Airbnb provides a marketplace that lets consumers list their homes for rent. For usually, it's a cheaper option than hotels. So if you were to go traveling to maybe Atlanta for a conference and you don't want to spend $200 per night on a hotel, you can probably find an apartment for less than $100 on Airbnb. And how Airbnb makes money off that is that they typically take around 10 to 20% of the listing. So, say if the person lists for $50 a night, Airbnb would charge like $55 to $60 and take the $5 to $10 commission that they take on most rental properties. So initially, Airbnb was worth well over $50 billion. It's a couple of years ago, but now due to the coronavirus and due to Airbnb kind of falling off as it's getting very expensive and hotels are coming in with cheaper rates, its valuation is around 18 billion. In 2019, they did have a $4.8 billion revenue, which was just pretty nice for an IPO to have so much revenue and not be overvalued. It's one of the highly valued private companies in the sector. I believe it's ranked around fourth or fifth. So something which is quite unique about Airbnb IPO is that it's really confidential. Airbnb said they are not sure if they will do a traditional IPO where investors inside the company have to sell their stake and buy shares at pre-IPO prices, or it'll be a direct listing where no money is raised and new shares are not created. So Spotify and Slack both did direct listings. Spotify is very successful after their direct listing IPO, but Slack is somewhere in the middle. In terms of buying this stock, I'm not 100% confident. I believe that Airbnb will have like an Uber and Lyft type of IPO where it's already at a really, unstable state due to the coronavirus. And I believe there will be some sort of downturn. But if Airbnb's value goes under like 15 or 12 billion, I think it's a decent buy because I think Airbnb will continue to grow. They have a lot of staff at hand, and they're one of the only players in the sector besides Verbo and things like that. So personally, I would wait a little time before jumping into the IPO, seeing whether or not this company is actually legit. I believe it is like a legit company because SoftBank, a very famous investment firm, has invested a lot of money into Airbnb. But they've also lost a lot of money due to the fact that the valuations have dropped more than 50% in the past 2 years. So there you have it, folks. I would not initially buy the IPO, but I would not be restricted to not buying shares later in the future if the valuation does come down. Thank you for watching. I hope you like my new setup on desktop. Let me know if you have any other comments. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Not these